It's Week 8 of the 2022 season. All eyes are on Jamar Chase. No one's been busier this season as he currently paces the NFL in receptions. It's the Bengals and the Browns on Monday Night Prime Time.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Tonight, we reach the unofficial midway point of the season with a good Monday night battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they can't be any better as we hit the halfway mark. A perfect 7-0 on the year.
And when we looked at this team in August and we looked at the schedule, we thought they had the potential to get off to a hot start, but I don't think either of us expected 7-0.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. Now the Bengals getting set for their first possession of the ball game and leading them out in his third season. Really the face of Cincinnati football, Joe Burrow.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. The numbers for Mixon last week. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him. Fighting through and he's got space.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Pretty clean and simple there, just 2 plays, the long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski. Bringing this crew out, and someone known for his big arm since he entered the league back in 2016, Jacoby Brissett.
Spent the early years of his career bouncing between starter and backup as needed. Played well, but never had a team fully commit to him as their guy. He does retain the toolbox that made him projectable as a starter. Big, strong player with a powerful arm, deceptively mobile, and tough to tackle. The best part about his game, leadership and being a great teammate.
Brissett on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And despite injuries like these, Charles, with these guys missing, they've been able to keep that pursuit of perfection alive so far.
That just shows the depth that they have on the roster and the guys who are serious about being ready when their number is called. Someone goes down, someone jumps in, and they don't skip a beat. I think this team has a bunch of those guys, and some of them will be called on again this week.
On 3rd down, Brissett. And that will be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. He'll look to set up his blockers. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Burrow now off the bootleg. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, here's Burrow, 1st down. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bengals lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football. The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 43. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there, and the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. 1st down. Here's Burrow. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. And they're going to get it. They bring it down to a sack back at the 16-yard line. Here's Burrow. pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Brissett. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jermaine Pratt fighting in and dropping him for the loss.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Now, a nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Throwing for Chase on the crosser. He's got it. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. McPherson's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Browns offense getting set to go to work here to start the 3rd. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Brissett sets to throw it. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick in the game, but it does bring up 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. Fielded at about the 28. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. Burrow. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Got a man open. It's Chase. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in their second half blowout. There he goes right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Drew Sample, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
McPherson now for the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a Bengals score. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. And the Browns getting set to go.
The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On 1st and 10, Brissett. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Throwing again, Brissett on 2nd and 10. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Credit that to the former Texas Longhorn, Joseph Osai, who got in there. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Browns. Donovan Peoples-Jones, 71 yards. And the Browns are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now down to 20. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, to find a better way to do it, but yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And they're going to speed things up here. Now it looks like he'll throw here. This is caught. Touchdown. Jamar Chase with his third touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. And McPherson on for the extra point. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns set to take over. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. First down, Brissett. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
Throwing, Brissett. And his throw's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches.
It's now 3rd down and less than a yard.
Brissett now. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
It's 4th down.
Brissett to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Now Burrow on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Another touchdown here the 4th quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball, and sometimes even your special teams, and that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Here's Brissett. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Bengals, they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll return home next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Browns, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10.